Well, sir, like you's a bad man.
Bye. You know what I used to call me in school? Steph Curry. Hey, Ram. I'm gonna make a bet with y'all. Anytime I score this 3-pointer, we going upstairs and we doing beating the ones.
Alright, deal. A deal is a deal, sir. Let's go beat him up.
So we have our first guest with us here today. What is your name?
Akim, right?
Akim?
Akim, right, yeah.
Akim, your first question. You beat the maths or the maths beat you?
I just beat the maths, buddy.
Beat the maths. Bad?
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, alright. Alright, let's put that to the test today, Akim. You have a question here. You're given a right angle triangle and you're asked to evaluate x. So the floor is yours, Akim.
Yeah. One. So to evaluate x, you have to use Pythagoras theorem. So that's x squared. Since this is the right angle, this is the hypotenuse. And so it's x squared equal to 8 squared plus 6 squared. So x squared would equal to 64 plus 36. X squared would equal to 100. So to get rid of this square, we'd have to root both sides. So you root the x, you root the 100. These two would cancel out. X would equal to 10.
Okay. Okay, are you done there? Anything else? You need to add any units or so?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
So x is equal to 10 cm. So you think, Akim, you think you just beat the maths or the maths just beat you?
I beat the maths, but it must gotta be the maths.
Alright, Akim, very good. Put your hands together for Akim. So Akim, because you just beat up the maths, I'd like to give you this hat so that you can cover your head from the sun and you can continue beating the maths. Alright? But I want you to do one thing for me before you leave. I want you to look at the camera and say, I just beat up the maths.
I just beat up the maths.
Man, you're not operating like you just beat up the maths.
I just beat up the maths.
Alright, well done. Alright, put your hands together for Akim. So we have our next guest who is here to represent the ladies. Alright, what is your name?
Jade Shepherd.
Jade? Jade, your first question. You beat the maths or the maths beat you?
I used to be maths all.
Alright. Confidently said that. Lovely. So your question is, Jade, a rectangle field is 24 meters long and 7 meters wide. Calculate the length of the diagonal of the field. The floor is yours.
So what I like to do first is just set down my stuff. So you need to find for this length here, so I'll just call this C. So you need to use Pythagoras theorem, which is...
Why do you use Pythagoras' theorem?
Because it's a right angle.
Alright, very good.
A square plus b square is equal to c square. So I'll call a square 24 square plus 7 square is equal to c square. So 24 square is 576 plus 49 is equal to c square. This is 625 is equal to c square. You square both sides. You get a square root of both sides, so that would be 25 is equal to c. So therefore, the length of this here is 25 meters.
25 meters. Right. So you think, Jade? You think you just beat the maths or the maths just beat you?
I just beat maths.
Bad.
Yeah.
Alright, I can see that. So Jade, because you just beat the maths, I'd like to give you this prize on behalf of the Guyana Learning Channel. But I want you to tell me one thing. What do you think I'm asking of you to do with this water bottle?
Drink water. Beat maths.
So, here you go. But before you go, why do one thing for me? Why look at the camera and say, I just beat up the maths?
I just beat up the maths.
Alright, put your hands together for Jade. We have our next guest with us today. What's your name?
Colin.
Colin. Colin, your first question. You just beat the maths or the maths beat you?
I just beat the maths.
Just beat the maths. Oh, it took very long to answer that, man. You confident?
I just beat the maths.
Confident, all right, good. So, Colin, we have your question. The question is, we have a right angle triangle where you're asked to determine the size of BAC to the nearest degree. So the floor is yours.
Okay, since we have this right angle triangle, we could name the bottom the adjacent. This belongs to the height. And this the opposite. So with SOHCAHTOA, we can use cos
Why do we use cos?
because the adjacent and the hypotenuse is given.
All right, good.
Cos theta is equal to
But before I do that, which angle is BAC?
this.
All right, good. So put a little theta there. Good.
Okay, so is equal to A over H. We could substitute cos theta is equal to the adjacent is 8 over 10. Since we want theta by itself, we carry the cos over, which would be cos inverse 8 over 10. When you plug this in your calculator, cos inverse we get 36.9, which we round it up to the nearest degree, which will be 37 degrees. Therefore, the angle BAC is equal to 37 degrees.
So what do you think, Colin? You think you beat the maths or the maths just beat you?
I just beat the maths.
All right. So, Colin, because you just beat up the maths, I would like to give you this water bottle on behalf of the Guy and Learning channel. And tell me, what do you think I want you to do with this water bottle?
Drink some water, stay hydrated, and continue to beat the maths.
All right, very good, Colin. But before you go, I want to look at the camera and say, I, Colin, just beat up the maths.
I call it just beat up the maths.
All right. So we have our next guest with us here today. What's your name?
My name is Kyle Harpo.
Kyle. First question, Kyle. You just beat the maths or the maths beat you?
It's mini maths.
You just beat the maths?
Yeah.
Severely?
Bad.
Bad. I don't like here, Kyle. So, Kyle, we have your question. The question says, a ladder 30 meters long leans against a wall. The base of the ladder is 5 meters away from the base of the wall. Find the height at which the ladder touches the wall. So the floor is yours.
Okay. So this here is basically, this here is the ladder. It's 13 meters long. This is the base, it's 5 meters. So they want to know the height, which is this here. Right, we don't know the height. Okay, so looking at it, here is a right angle. So what my colleague did earlier, we're going to use Pythagoras to find the height. So it's Pythagoras is square, so the hypotenuse square equal to h square plus 5 square. Okay, so 13 square is 169 equal to h square.
Speak over it.
Plus 25. So we're going to do some transposition to make h a subject. So it's 169 plus sign goes over the equal sign, so it's going to be minus 25 equal h squared, which is 144 equal 8 squared. To get rid of this here, we square them, we square down root, so 1 or 4 equal to, where it cancels out, so it's going to be 12 equal the height. So the height at which the ladder touches the wall is 12 meters.
12 meters. So, what you think, Kyle? You think you just beat the maths or the math just beat you?
It does meaning much.
Just beat the maths?
Yes.
Okay. I can confirm that. So, Kyle, because you just beat up the maths very bad, I'd like to give you this water bottle so that you can drink some water, stay hydrated, and continue beating the maths.
Thank you, sir.
But before you go, why don't you do one thing for me? Why don't you look at the camera and say, I just beat up the maths?
I just beat up the maths.
Yeah, did Kyle just operate as though he just beat the maths? Kyle, you gotta be more. Let me see you, man. Let me see you. You're a tough guy.
Just beat up the maths.
Alright, put your hands together for Kyle. So for the first time on Beating the Maths, we have two persons to tackle this question. One to give moral support and the other one to give moral support to the other. Alright, so we have two persons with us, two young ladies. What are your names?
My name is Talanya Tom.
And my name is Caitlin.
Caitlin and
Talanya.
Telania. First question. You guys beat the maths or the maths is beat y'all?
We just really maths.
It's beat the maths. Speaking on behalf of both of you.
Yes.
Alright, let's put that to the test. So you have your question. The question says, a person 2 meters tall stands 30 meters away from the base of the tree and observes the top of the tree at an angle of elevation of 40 degrees. Determine the height of the tree. So the floor is over to both of you.
Okay, so as you know, we have a person who is 2 meters tall. So we know this person here is 2 meters tall. For now, we'll leave that part out and mostly focus on this other part of the diagram. So what we'll do is draw the angle of elevation from his eyes, and from this point here would be the tree that was mentioned. The distance is 30 meters.
We're using tan.
So what we're going to do is use tan, and as you know there is a degree, so there's 40 degrees, and tan is opposite over adjacent. So we don't have the opposite, but we have the adjacent, so there's tan 40 degrees equals x, we'll put that as x, and 30 meters. As you know, this is adjacent, this is opposite, and this is hypotenuse. Anyways, so now we'll make x the subject of the problem. So in order to do that, we'll need to transpose the 30 meters from here on to over here. Since it's dividing in this area, once you put it over the equal side, it will do the opposite, which is multiplication. So it will be 30 meters times tan 40 degrees. When you draw that in, now that equals to x. When you draw that into your calculator, it will give you 25.17. When you round it up, it will give you 25.2. So now we'll come back and actually use this 2.5. So what we'll do
So
is...
why are you adding the 2? Why are you adding in the 2?
Because it's the height of the person is taken from the eye level, so we still have to take into consideration the actual.
Alright, so that means the tree will come down till to here, right?
Yeah.
Good. So you gotta take it. Well, excellent.
So when you add that up, it will be 25.2 plus 2 equals 27.2 meters, right? So we find height. So based on that, we have determined the height. The height of the tree is 27.2 meters.
27.2 meters. So let me ask you a question. What y'all think? Y'all just beat the maths or the maths just beat y'all?
We just beat the maths.
So because the two of you just beat the maths very bad, I'd like to give you these 2 water bottles on behalf of the Guy and Learn the channel. I want y'all bring water every day so y'all could stay hydrated and continue beating the maths. But before y'all leave, I want y'all do something to me together. I want y'all look at the camera and say, I just beat up the maths.
I just beat up the maths.
Alright. So, grade 10 and 11 students, you're about to sit the exam next year. You're about to sit the mathematics exam next year. What y'all think? Y'all gonna beat the maths or the maths gonna beat y'all?
We gonna